Hey folks, I'm Matthew Parrish. I work at the Whitehall State Historic Site, and I'm standing here in the beautiful Richmond Cemetery at the grave site of Cassius Marcellus Clay of Whitehall. So stay tuned for the first episode of the Clay Files about the fight at Foxtown. Here we are, folks, at the grave of Cyrus Turner, who was killed in June of 1849 after a fight with Cassius Clay of Whitehall. In 1849, the state of Kentucky was going to have a state constitutional convention where laws were set to be altered. Cassius Marcellus Clay was looking to run to be elected as a representative of Madison County to be in that state constitutional convention. He was trying to alter slavery laws, and he was wanting to try to create anti-slavery laws. One of his biggest rivals was a man named Squire Turner. Squire Turner was a big land and slave owner here in the county who was advocating for pro-slavery laws. Cassius Clay was set to debate Squire Turner at an area of northern Madison County called Foxtown. Foxtown doesn't really exist anymore, but it was pretty close to the area of where Whitehall is, the Whitehall State Historic Site. Cassius Clay met Squire Turner at Foxtown, and they had their debate. Squire Turner, Cassius Clay remembered in his memoir, was very angry while giving his debate and talked for over an hour, Cassius Clay says in his memoir. Finally, when it was Cassius's turn to speak, he was interrupted by a young lawyer named Richard Runyard. Richard Runyard and Cassius Clay began to argue. Cassius Clay stepped down from a table that he had been standing on while giving his speech, and shortly after stepping down, he was approached by Squire Turner's oldest son, Cyrus. Cyrus approached Cassius Clay, called him a liar, and struck him in the face, and that's when a horrible fight ensued. Cassius Clay went to pull a bowie knife that he had brought with him, but the knife was wrestled from his hand. About 20 people all rushed from the crowd and began hitting Cassius with sticks and canes. In the crazy melee, Cassius was stabbed in the chest. He said in his memoir that it punctured his lung just under his right lower rib. Cassius Clay was injured and very quickly began to lose consciousness. In a last-ditch effort to seek revenge upon the Turners, he saw Cyrus grab his knife, which had been knocked to the ground. He said it grabbed it by the blade, and it cut two of his fingers down to the bone. He grabs his knife, rushed Cyrus Turner, and stabbed him in the stomach, and quickly the fight then ended. Somewhere near the area of where that debate had been taking place, there was a hotel, and Cassius Clay says in his memoir that he and Cyrus were taken to this hotel and laid in two beds in two separate rooms. Cassius Clay thought that he was going to quickly die, and also knew that the wound that he had inflicted on Cyrus was mortal. In a very interesting turn of events, Cassius Clay showed a little bit of humbleness and sent a note to Cyrus apologizing that the fight ever had to happen, and basically apologized for killing him. Cyrus sent a note back that said that he forgave Cassius and promised him that he was not the one that inflicted the wound on Cassius. About 2 days later, on June 17th, 1849, Cyrus Turner passed away at 2 o'clock in the morning. Cassius Clay, when he was laid in his bed, refused to let anybody poke or prod him. He wanted to pass away in peace, but he steadily and surely eventually regained some of his strength and allowed doctors to see him. Cassius Clay began to get better, but Cyrus Turner passed away. Cyrus Turner was brought here to the Turner family plot where we are now standing at in the Richmond Cemetery and laid to rest. You can see his gravestone and a monument to him and his father, Squire Turner, behind me.